true and one and only God.
Okay, maybe there's more gods than just me, but
I should be the one to be praised. Or else you will end up like your friend Antonio.
Who's there? No! No, please! No more! I can't drink that no more!
Today I will be giving you my top 10 whiskeys to try before you die. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button with the bell notification so you can stick around for more videos just like this. Now, a few whiskey tubers have already done their lists on this topic right after Rob from Whiskey and the Six and a few others gave their input on the top 10 whiskeys to try before you die. FYI, this is just a list that I put together of whiskeys that I have reviewed in the past or that I have tried and blew my mind. And I think that you should try it before you die. So without further ado, let's get this started. Russell's Reserve 10-year-old bourbon whiskey. This is a 90 proof, $35 bottle with awesome bourbon notes of caramel, maple, honey, vanilla, and oak. And on the palate you get nice, spicy cinnamon notes with vanilla, some oak, some caramel, all mixed in, making it the perfect dram for the night. Next up, number 2 is Elijah Craig Small Batch Bourbon. This is a no age statement whiskey, bottled at 94 proof for $35. Now this is a great beginner bourbon. It won't break the bank and it tastes awesome. It has nice notes of maple, honey, and some leather notes in the nose. And on the palate you get a nice creamy, spicy and hot with a nice sweet finish. Next up on number 3 is none other than Wild Turkey 101. This is another non-age statement whiskey, bottled, as it says in the label, 101 proof, and it'll cost you around $22. Now what I like about Wild Turkey is that they like to use what is called an alligator char, and they also like to start bottling their whiskey starting at 5 years old. On the nose you get nice barrel char, some caramel, orange citrus, and a little bit of sugar. On the palate this has nice black pepper spice, woody notes, some maple sugar with a nice medium finish lingering with good old barrel char. On to number 4. One of my other favorites is the Sexton Irish Single Malt. This is another NAS, non-age stating whiskey, but it was confirmed in an interview by the master blender that this is at least 4 years old. Now this is the perfect bottle to have on your shelf for Halloween. This single malt is aged in ex-sherry barrels. It's bottled at 80 proof and will run you around $25. On the nose you get nice fruity notes of like apples and pears, cranberries, raisins, and powdered sugar. On the palate, this comes across very sweet to me. Apricots, chocolate, powdered sugar, and a little bit of mint at the very end. Coming in at number 5, we have the Ardbeg 10-year-old Islay Scotch whiskey. My very first heavily peated Scotch, and I never looked back. This whiskey is 10 years old and is bottled at 92 proof, and it'll cost you around $50, but it's worth every penny. Now on the nose, you will get a strong, peaty note, but it comes across as a nice, meaty, barbecuey kind of peat. And behind that, you'll find some orange, lemon zest, pears, and a hint of vanilla. And on the palate, you get that same smoky flavor with lots of black pepper, dark chocolate. It's very ashy, And underneath all of that, you can find some sweetness. Definitely worth a try. Coming in at number 6, it's Pikesville Rye Whiskey. Pikesville Rye Whiskey. My boy Matt from the Whiskey Do YouTube channel shared a little bit of it with me last year, and man, did it blow my mind. Now, I haven't gotten around to pick it up, but yet again, he hooked it up with an even bigger sample this time. I will be reviewing this in the near future. This is a 6-year-old whiskey bottled at 110 proof, bringing on the heat, selling for $50 and well damn worth the price. With notes of vanilla and cinnamon, cherry notes, and very woody in the back. Now on the palate, this cherry and lots of peppery notes. Chocolatey and nutty with a super long finish, and this pretty much drinks like a bourbon. Coming in at number 7 is another Islay whiskey, this time the Laphroaig 10-year-old. Pete. This is another 10-year-old Islay whiskey, this time bottled at 86 proof. And this will cost you the same as the Ardbeg for around $50. Now in my review, I call this an entry level to peated Scotch whiskey only because I believe that it's lighter in peat flavor compared to the Ardbeg, but don't get me wrong, this still packs a punch. The smokiness notes coming off of this on the nose is more like a campfire, kind of the same as when you're walking down to my realm. After that, you start getting vanilla, toffee, red apples, and a little bit of pear on the nose. Yes, delicious stuff. On the palate, same smoky flavor comes across. That char, campfire, freshly turned off smoke. Imagine you're chewing on a piece of charcoal. Then brine comes across, some toffee again, and a little bit of dark chocolate towards the end. Coming in at number 8, it's an American whiskey, Blackened. Yes, Blackened. My very first gimmicky whiskey, but man, did it impress me. As I recall, this was one of the best whiskeys that I tried in 2018. Now this is not a bourbon, and it's called an American whiskey because it's a blend of straight whiskeys finished in black brandy casks. This is coming to you straight from Metallica. They bottled this at 90 proof, and it'll cost you around $45. This gave me sweet nutty notes, some orange zest, oak, and caramel on the nose. And on the palate, this gave me nice notes of cherry, cinnamon spice, nuttiness, and some oak. A very awesome whiskey and well worth a try. Coming in at number 9 is Legent Bourbon. When Jim Beam and Suntory merged, we knew that new things, very good things, were going to come out from there. And this is one of them. This is a straight bourbon whiskey, the same one that they use for their white label, but it's finished in red wine and sherry casks, bottled at 94 proof, and it'll cost you around $35. Now I've been to a few stores and I've seen them price this at $50. I can guarantee you they will be coming down to hell, and I will make them pay for everything they've done on earth. Now this has notes of caramel, orange, some oak, a little bit of nuttiness, and red apples on the nose. Delicious. Now on the palate. And the palate I get spicy, warm mouthfeel, wood char, peanuts, very buttery and creamy, sweet and tangy. All of that goodness coming out on the palate. Awesome stuff. Definitely give this a try, especially at $35. Coming in at number 10 is the Four Roses Small Batch Select. That was another awesome bourbon that I got to try in 2019. Now this is still not available here in Illinois, but one of the subscribers, Dean, was able to hook it up with a sample, and I got to try it. And man, did it blow my mind. But man, do I hate good deeds. Now, Dean, I was really looking forward to meeting you, buddy. But no, you had to go on and do a good deed, so now we'll never get to meet. We shall see. We shall see if I can corrupt your soul. Anyways, this is surely but slowly being released throughout the United States. So hopefully, in the near future, all of you will be able to taste this in its entirety. This whiskey is non-chill filtered and bottled at 104 proof. Now the price on this bottle is around $60, but in my opinion, from what I tasted, is well damn worth it. Now this has on the nose some notes of oak, citrus notes, leathery, tobacco-y, and vanilla. And on the palate, man, was this beautiful, buttery, nutty, mint spice that I will not forget about. Oak, some orange peel, there was some char and some chocolate notes coming out. It was a beautiful, beautiful dram. Oh, and before I forget, Swami, I'm looking forward to meeting you, buddy. And boy, do I have something in store for you. Well, this concludes my list of my top 10 whiskeys to try before you die. Now, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell notification. Drop me some comments. And don't forget to have a happy, happy Halloween.
I can't drink that no more. And cut.